to faking it. I'm on one. Don't make me spin on all you. Through my music, is you stupid? Don't make them have to call to come use it. I got a lot of power and I love it.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. As we're just about ready to get... Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. And at this point of the season, Greg, many coaches still are maneuvering their lineups, trying to find the right formula.
Yeah, especially the younger teams. There's no real established pecking order, and guys can be wildly inconsistent from night to night.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, up front it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Ingram, and it's Daniels in at the 2. And for the Clippers, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at point. Three-pointer, Daniels buries the long-range jumper.
Great ball movement by B.I. Spots a wide open. Teammate and feeds him.
McCollum against Wall. Leonard the pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Valanciunas grabs the board. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. It's a three-point game. And it's Williamson missing. George against McCollum. And that one's good, George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Passes it to Daniels. Here's Ingram. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
To the wing right side. Zubac finds Leonard. Shoots over Ingram. Zubac the pass to Morris. Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Ingram. That one, no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
The pass to George for the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Leonard against Ingram. Pass to Valanciunas. The 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
Another center adding to his game. Valanciunas trying to help his team stretch out this D.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Daniels kicks to McCollum. Pass to Ingram. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Paul George. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Ingram against Leonard. Back to Daniels. He dishes it to Valanciunas, and he gets it to go. Valanciunas has got 5 now.
That's Valanciunas' game. Beats you with size and power. Takes the contact and completes the play.
Poked away. Daniels with it. He's picked up by Wall. McCollum outside. Over George. Here's Valanciunas. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Physicality from Valanciunas on the glass. Securing the ball and sending it right back.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Morris passes to Leonard. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. New Orleans leading by 5. Leonard with the steal. Wall against McCollum. Morris kicks to George. Back to Morris. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
It's clear that Zion knows his strengths. Good at sensing when he should shoot it.
Pass to George. Zubac against Valanciunas. Left side, Wall. Shot clock at 5. Over McCollum. Zubac trying to break loose. Wall's shot is off. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by 7. Ingram dishes to McCollum. Takes it inside. Valanciunas passes to Williamson. Over Morris. And it's Williamson missing.
And already they take out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Beautiful executed play. Kawhi Leonard makes the right read, wheeling and dealing.
New Orleans leading by 5. McCollum outside. The pass to Ingram. Valanciunas with the ball. Off target from outside. Outside, George. And no good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
And it's Wall in the corner. Offline with his 3. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Cullen passes to Valanciunas. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williamson against Wall. Zubac. Back to Wall. Williamson with the block.
And you look at Zion's playing style. Everything he does borders on the spectacular.
Clippers trail by 5. Zion Williamson has a very unique game and body. When you look at him on the floor, what do the optics, Steve, tell you about him?
Well, my eyes tell me he's like Shaq, the big diesel. Because few guys in NBA history can just out-muscle their opponents. Skill-wise, at that size, he is one of one.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the claw is.
And the Clippers making a change here. Covington's checked in. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Wall's running. And Morris throws it down.
How about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Here's Alvarado. Covered by Wall. Here's Nance. They get it back. Alvarado passes to Jones. New Orleans moving the ball around. That's tipped. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Nance. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Incredible effort by Kawhi. Picks it up with the claw, then off to the races.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Floats one, and it's Jones laying it in. And the Pelicans lead by one.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Pass to George. Here's Covington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morris with the bucket.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
New Orleans gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Alvarado. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Hayes. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Jones. The shot's good from Hayes.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Passes to George. Morris with the ball. Hayes on him. Wall looking it over. Over Alvarado. Wall, no luck.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
And it's Alvarado missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Norman Powell comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for John Wall. Jones, no one around him. And it's off from three-point range. And there's the pass to Jackson. Covington down low. Nance on him. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Murphy against Leonard. Jones with the bounce pass. 58 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Hayes. Back to Jones. There's the double team with Covington. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
LA basketball.
Here now the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Leonard. Now, here is Morris. And the Clippers miss again. Jackson against Murphy. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Reggie Jackson. Pelicans shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one drops.
Shooting for New Orleans, Trey Murphy.
And so Murphy hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Outside Jackson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Murphy against Leonard. Now here is Murphy. Shoots the 3. No good. Shot missing. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pelicans lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue is going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Marcus Morris is out there with Kennard, and it's Covington in at the 5. And the basket by McCollum.
We see you, C.J. McCollum, playing down low.
Jackson against McCollum. Morris right side. Back to Kennard for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
McCollum dishes to Ingram. Here's Valanciunas. No good. Good D by Covington. LA's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jackson against McCollum. Jackson passes to Morris. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And if you're the defender, you have to respect the ability of Jackson to finish. That opens things up for the assist.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
McCollum passes to Williamson. To the inside. They get the rebound. No good from Valanciunas.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Jackson looking it over, and Morris throws it down.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Steve, last season the Pelicans showed signs of progress over previous years.
Well, Kevin, securing their highest finish in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely call that solid progress. And I think this team could be on track to only get better.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
Morris finds Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Hits the three-point bomb. Powell's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. Now Valanciunas. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In the 2020 playoff bubble, some players struggled. Reggie Jackson was one of those guys, but he bounced back in a big way.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
And with Jackson, Smitty, he went right back to being the player he was back in 21.
He was an aggressive attacking scorer with an edge, GA, and the 21-22 season was one of his best ever.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. And George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. Passes it to Powell. There's the triple. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Powell's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Clippers. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
And Valanciunas kicks to Ingram. Back to Valanciunas. Shoots over Covington. And the Pelicans miss again.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
That shot, no good. Pelicans trail by 13. Ingram left side. And the pass to Valanciunas. Back to Ingram. Off the run. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
How about the confidence from Brandon Ingram? Knows what it takes to knock that one down.
Pass to Pop. A 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. McCollum finds Ingram. Now Williamson. Kicks it out to McCollum. And another 3 for New Orleans.
For his career, C.J. McCollum is around 40% from deep. Fantastic.
Pass to George. Outside Covington. Clippers moving the ball around. George dishes to Covington. Back to George. Batum trying to break loose. And there's Paul George. The assist from Covington.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
McCollum passes to Daniels. McCollum outside. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Passes it to Pop. Down low. Covington's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 7. Here's Ingram. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The dish to Covington. Outside for George. The pass to Powell. Here's Jackson. And stolen by Williamson. And he lays that one in. Now just a 5-point Clipper lead.
You see how advanced Zion is as a ball handler. That's guard-like stuff right there.
And the Clippers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of the game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 5. And here's Jackson. Outside Batum, and the shot is good.
Great off-ball positioning by Batum, making himself a scoring option.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
All right, fans, let's hear it for your Clippers.
Pelicans trail by 7.
Let's get loud, fans.
Outside, Jones. Ingram outside. Jones looking for an opening. Powell pulls it in. And with Batum, his versatility, he has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why, when you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
You know, every team is looking for guys like Norman Powell, an explosive athlete who is relentless, and he can shoot the ball.
The Clippers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league, and he's just coming into his prime, so he fits the timeline of their star.
And the basket by Alvarado. Here's George. He has 6. Pass to Powell. Leonard kicks to Powell. Takes it out to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Nance. And here are the Clippers now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Back to Leonard. Over Hayes.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue. Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Good on the triple. And now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Pass to Jackson. Now Powell. Passes to George. Outside Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Smitty, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard in this game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Hall comes in for Reggie Jackson. Outside, Wall. There's the pass to Powell. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Alvarado passes to Nance. He kicks to Ingram. Here's Alvarado. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Clippers. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. George with this stuff.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Back to Ingram. Pass to Nance.
Remain in the first half. 2 minutes.
And Jones has it in the corner. And the shot goes down. Jones has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Ball's knocked loose. 1:33 left here in the second. Alvarado passes to Hayes. Here's Alvarado. Ingram deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. That ties it up. Ingram's got 10 points in the game. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. On the wing, George. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City. Here's Nance. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
It's good. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
The mid-range analytics do not apply to Kawhi. That's his shot.
Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pass to Powell. Leonard kicks to Powell. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Great find by Leonard. When the offense runs through you time and time again, you have to become a good playmaker.
First personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting for New Orleans, Brandon Ingram. At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Ingram.
With continued hard work, Brandon Ingram, in my opinion, has the talent and size and skill to be a top 10 player in this league.
A 3 from Leonard. Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for the Pelicans. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kennedy. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
Please give a big round of applause.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
So for New Orleans right now, Ingram in the front court with Williamson. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Daniels in at the 2.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for L.A. I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
McCollum finds Williamson. Passes it to Ingram. Over Leonard. And it's Ingram missing. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason draw.
In a series, they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year, things will be different.
Now the pass to Morris. Fires the 3. The shot missing. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Ingram wide open, and the 3 ball is good. Ingram's got 14.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
To the middle, and stolen by Williamson. Dishes to McCollum. Pass to Daniels. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Wall. George up top. Morris left side. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by McCollum.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And it's Ingram missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
McCollum against Wall. To the paint. Here's Zubats. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. The Clippers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight. 7 for 10.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless. But they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
And the West, we know, is very difficult. But, Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Wall passes to Zubats. Outside, George. Pass to Morris. Clock at 6. Now, here's George. He's covered closely.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
The Clippers have been shooting right around 75% of the line, 9 of 12 so far.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 1. And here's Ingram from the arc. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. First one falls for him.
CJ has always been a gifted scorer, but he's shown significant improvement as a playmaker, which makes him even more dangerous with the ball in his hands.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Williamson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 4th assist in this one.
I admired the defender's ambition, but Zion's artful work inside gets him the shot.
There's a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
Back to Morris. And he banks in the lane. 12 points for Marcus Morris.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Outside, Wall. Inside, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Daniels kicks to Ingram. Valanciunas with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Back to Ingram. The pass to Valanciunas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Robert Covington comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in for John Wall. And New Orleans also making a change. Jones is checked in. McCollum outside. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
Jackson against McCollum. Outside, George. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Pelicans have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Jones, no luck. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Pass to Leonard. Outside, Covington. Leonard, the pass to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
New Orleans moving the ball around. Here is Daniels, defended by George. Daniels, no good. L.A. has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And George kicks to Jackson. Pass to Morris. Outside Leonard. Over Jones. Leonard, no luck.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Jones up top. He's covered by Leonard. In the corner, Daniels. Back to Jones. McCollum outside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. George with the ball. Jones covering. Feeds it to Morris. Outside Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 8 points.
I love how Kawhi gets to his spots. He won't let the defense throw him off.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Valanciunas with the ball. 9 points in the game so far.
This Pelicans team is interesting because they haven't been fully healthy. If they can keep everyone healthy, they can be a force.
Health is at the top of the list, you're right. And about the Pelicans, Smitty, they've had some bad luck in recent years regarding injuries, haven't they?
Yes, starting with Zion, Kevin, out most of last year, it really hurt them. But they got a lot of leadership on this team. If they can pull it all together, they'll be fine.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Alvarado, guarded by Jackson. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Alvarado. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Poke loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Larry Nance is checked in for Valanciunas.
Checking in for the Pelicans, Larry Nance Jr.
Here's Jackson. Powell, the pass to Batum. Shot clock at 6. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Batum's got his second basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Nance kicks to Jones. Outside Murphy. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Alvarado passes to Murphy. Nance outside. Powell against Jones. High arcing shot, and that one drops. Jones has got 6. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Jackson passes to Powell. Batum with the ball. Working on Hayes. Powell dishes to Leonard. Over Murphy. And it's Leonard missing. New Orleans has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And there's the drive. Murphy passes to Hayes. Second chance shot. It counts. And the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Mann's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Pelicans also making a change. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Larry Nance. Jackson passes to Mann. Batum inside. He's guarded by Murphy. Passes it to Mann. Right side, Covington. Here's Powell. The Clippers rebound. The pass to Mann. Pass to Powell. They need this. Pelicans with the rebound.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
New Orleans moving it around. Pass to Alvarado. Hayes dishes to Murphy. From 15 feet away. On the basket by Jones. Timeout. Jones has got 4 points this quarter. Los Angeles calls timeout. Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced.
Left side, Jackson. Mann passes to Covington. It's Powell on the wing. Defended by Jones. Powell dishes to Covington. It's blocked. They get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Pelicans making a change here. McCollum's checked in. New Orleans leading by 7. Passes it to Alvarado. He feeds it to Hayes. Banked in off the glass. Hayes has got 9.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Foul against New Orleans. Jose Alvarado. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
From deep, George. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's New Orleans. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. And it's Mann in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
The shot by George, wide open. Drains the three-pointer. George has got 10 points in just the second half. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Look at the concentration from Valanciunas on that play. Takes the foul and still finishes the play.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
They've been lights out from three-point land in this one. The defense hasn't been effective at stopping them, so they have just stuck with the game plan.
And all game long, they worked the ball inside. It's really worked well for them offensively.
Here's Mann. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Hayes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here is Daniels, defended by George. Here's Valanciunas. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
It's blocked, and it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now.
Foul against New Orleans. Daniels, 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Here's Jackson.
And they're not creating as many open looks now as they did in the first half. They've got to get sharper at the offensive end if they hope to bounce back in this game.
And there it is for him.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam King. Outside, George. Now, here's Zubac. Now George. Got it. Good job in the low post. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
For 3, Ingram. That shot off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Jackson against McCollum. Here's George. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Hitting a healthy 60% tonight.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring. It's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
And it's Ingram missing.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Jackson kicks to Batum. Jackson passes to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Lock at 6. Outside, George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8th pick in Dyson Daniels, that the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend.
A different look for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac, and it's John Wall in for Jackson. And a change for the Pelicans. Williamson is checked in for Jackson Hayes. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Guys, I was able to catch the message Willie Green gave to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thanks, David. Wall against McCollum. And good that time.
McCollum.
And the Pelicans lead by 6.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Wall passes to Mann. Now Batum, covered by Williamson. And Batum kicks to Wall. Mann passes to Morris. That shot missing. Nice D from Valanciunas. Pelicans leading by 6. Out to Ingram. McCollum outside. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and it's off the back rim. No good. And George, here we go. And he gets the bucket. George has got 27 points.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
There's the pass to Valanciunas. And here is Ingram. Elbow shot. Buries the jump shot.
Looking silky smooth there. I like watching Brandon Ingram use the mid-range area.
To the middle. Stolen by McCollum. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Daniels is running. Drains the jumper to finish the break. Clippers trail by 8. Outside, Wall. George passes to Batum. Now, here's George. He's covered by Daniels. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Ooh, the craftiness of PG-13. Awesome job pulling the defender and jumping into the contact.
They are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward. Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Outside, Wall. Morris against Valanciunas. Morris kicks to Leonard. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lays it up off the glass. And now it's an 11-point Pelican lead.
The explosiveness gets Zion through the contact. Defender didn't stand a chance.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Wall passes to George. Morris outside. Back to George. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. And that's now 30 points for Paul George.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Pass to Ingram. Tipped away. Leonard with the steal. Kicks the Wall. There's the 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Zubac finds George. Pass to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. George with the ball. No good on the 3. Leonard against Williamson. On the wing, Daniels. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
On the wing, George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
The defense on George a little too tight there. But to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
And George drops them both. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as many as 11 points. And here's Ingram from the arc. They get it back. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Just love the way Valanciunas is outworking the defenders to get that rebound and finish the trip with a slam.
Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Back to George. 6 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
Paul George.
He's off on the second. New Orleans leading by 8. Ingram outside. Takes a shot at the elbow, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Pass to Wall. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
It is great to see Wall back from those awful injuries, looking a lot stronger now.
At the line for 2.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. New Orleans has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Pelicans keep it alive, and Williamson throws it down.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Wall against McCollum. George passes to Morris. Now, here's George. Defense is right there. Pelicans with the rebound. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Here's Valanciunas. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And now a 10-point Pelican lead. Leonard looking around. And the pass to Morris. And it's Wall in the corner. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. A free throw drops for Zubac. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pelicans leading by 8. Ingram outside. And here's Daniels. He kicks it to McCollum. Valanciunas with the ball. Lock at 6. Here is Daniels. No good that time. Ingram against Wall.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
He dishes it to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Ball against McCollum. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. They grab their own miss and stay with the play. Valanciunas. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
Asserting his will offensively. Valanciunas taking over.
Leonard against Ingram. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. That ball. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 6 assists now in the game. Now here's McCollum. With the floater, and they pick up 2. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
In close, CJ with the teardrop.
Ingram against Leonard. Left side, Wall. Back to George. Over Daniels. Off the left rim and out. And so here is New Orleans. They've led by as many as 11 points. McCollum against Wall. McCollum passes to Ingram. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
In the pick and roll, I like confidence. Leonard showing as a facilitator, his game just continues to ascend.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's McCollum. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
John Wall. That's his third personal foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Line for the Pelicans, C.J. McCollum.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
11 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Leonard from 3. The Clippers rebound. Zubac finds Leonard. And a deep 3 from George. Offline. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother. I mean, road team, home.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying.